Cipher is a stylish, feline-featured character. She's fast, precise, and built to debuff. Walking the path of nihility and wielding the quantum element, she thrives on weakening enemies and punishing them for every debuff she lands. Her kit has its ups and downs, but let's see what she really brings to the table. By the way, if you are new here, I am Captain N Gaming. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Cipher's playstyle centers on fast debuffs and sneaky true damage from recorded team damage via her ultimate. Let's keep it simple and just cover the core highlights of her kit. 40% permanent vulnerability on enemies that brings a huge value for boosting team-wide damage. 50% crit rate when she exceeds 170 speed, making speed her top priority. Her ultimate unleashes recorded team damage as true damage, which bypasses def and res. She's not a raw DPS, but she does solid work as a sub-DPS, especially with high speed and investment. Now let's talk light cones. Cipher has a few standout options, depending on how you want to build her. Her best in slot is her own signature light cone. At S1, it gives her 18% speed and 24% def shred, which is perfect for both her fast debuffing and sub-DPS roles. If you don't have that, Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat is a great fallback. At S5, it gives her a 100% base chance to ensnare enemies she hits if they aren't already, reducing their def by 16% for a turn. It's a solid support option that keeps her utility high. Then there's Good Night and Sleep Well, ideal for sub-DPS builds. At S5, it gives 24% increased damage per enemy debuff, up to 72%. That bonus also works on DOT, so if you're stacking debuffs, this one really shines. Now when it comes to relics, Cipher's best in slot sets really depend on how you're using her, whether you want her as a sub-DPS or as a pure fast debuffer. For sub-DPS, Pioneer Diver of Dead Waters is top tier, boosting crit stats and damage when enemies are debuffed. At E0S0, you'll need extra debuff support to keep it active, but E0S1 makes it nearly permanent. Genius of Brilliant Stars is another strong pick, especially versus quantum weak enemies. It synergizes well with her signature light cone, stacking up to 44% DF shred for big damage. Need speed? Go for Messenger Traversing Hackerspace plus Sacred Tempest Sacerdos. This two-piece combo helps hit the 170 plus SPD threshold, or even 200 plus, though it sacrifices some personal damage. Finally, for a pure debuffer build, Eagle of Twilight Line is ideal. It maximizes debuff uptime, especially with energy regen gear. Just don't expect much from her damage in this setup. For Ornaments, sub-DPS build, Firmament Frontline, Glamoth is the standout. At 170 plus speed, it gives plus 12% attack and plus 18% damage, making it the best all-rounder for both personal damage and consistent uptime. Right alongside it is Duran, Dynasty of Wolves, which really shines in follow-up attack teams. Think Fei Xiao or similar comps. It takes a bit to ramp up, but when it does, it hits hard. Inert Salsado is another solid choice, giving plus 8% critical rate and a 15% damage boost to ultimates and follow-up attacks. It's good, just a bit behind Glamoth in general output. Now, if you're focusing on fast debuffing instead of damage, Lushaka, the Sunken Seas is your best friend. It's all about energy regeneration to help Cipher spam her debuffs more often. Pair this with Eagle Relics and high speed, and you'll get maximum uptime. As for alternatives, Penacony, Land of Dreams can work well in quantum-heavy teams. When it comes to building Cipher, there are a few key stat goals you'll want to hit. Speed is everything for her. 170 is the bare minimum, and if you're going fully spam debuff, then aim for 200 or more. Outside of battle, she only needs around 40 to 50% crit rate, since her passive gives her a hefty boost once the fight starts. You'll also need around 150 to 200% crit damage, ideally up to 38% effect hit rate to make sure her debuffs stays. As for main stats, go crit damage over crit rate on the body, always speed on the boots, quantum damage or attack percent on the orb depending on your setup, and then either an attack percent rope if you're going sub-DPS, or an energy regen rope for a fast debuffer build. In terms of substats, prioritize speed first, then crit rate and crit damage, with attack percent and effect hit rate after. Cipher fits into several team synergies, but her impact really depends on whether you're running her with her signature light cone. In Acheron teams, Cipher's frequent debuffs make her a strong enabler for building Nihility stacks. But to truly replace Pella, or compete with Zhao Q, you'll need her signature LC. Without it, her debuff uptime just isn't quite enough to keep up with the pacing Acheron demands. In Fei Xiao teams though, Cipher's value skyrockets. Her multi-hit attacks and follow-ups synergize perfectly, keeping the combo chain going. Plus, she stacks Def Shred alongside Fei Xiao, giving your main DPS even more breathing room to punch through enemy defenses. Cipher can still slot into other teams and characters like Aglaya or Casto Reese, but isn't as impactful as units like Sunday or RMC. Cipher is in a weird spot. She's flexible and stylish, but heavily reliant on investment. As a debuffer, she shines with speed and uptime, but her damage has taken a hit. If you're eyeing her, aim for E0S1 and run Pioneer plus Glamoth for generalist builds. Just don't expect her to carry fights alone. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time because I'm currently running a giveaway. And don't forget, the Jingliu video has all the giveaway info. Watch that, enter, and maybe you'll walk away with something big. In this case, a free express supply pass. And that wraps up today's video, Captain N Gaming fam. I have a dream. One day I will reach exactly 1,069 subscribers, take a picture of it, and frame it on my wall. No joke, I'm serious. So please help me achieve this goal, and I'll see you in the next video.